Double figures, Smuda. Baldwin into pressure. Hayes somehow got the rebound. Back up and in. 3-point chance for Madison Hayes.
Madison Hayes is a fan favorite for a lot of reasons. Talk to any Wolfpack fan, and they'll tell you about her relentless defense, her rebounding, and most of all, her tenacity and hustle. And that's all true, but in this video, I want to talk about her improvement on the offensive end. Hayes turned herself into a good shooter last year, and has been a great shooter this year, hitting over 40% of her threes. The big improvement I want to focus on, though, is her more aggressive mindset, and particularly attacking out of the triple threat position. There's a play from the South Florida game that encapsulates this nicely. The attacking approach and improved footwork that have leveled up her game this season, and it's resulted in tons of points in the paint. Too often last year, Madison would catch the ball and just do nothing with it. Drives kind of went nowhere, and she was often looking to pass first option, second option, and third option. See this play where a defender is closing out on her, and there's no pump fake, no jab, no testing the defender, just catch the pass and pass back. Or this one in last year's tournament game against Princeton. You can see as the pass is coming towards her, and the closest defender has had to spin around and jump out at her. Before the ball hits her hands, she's already decided to pass to Jakia, who has a defender standing right by her. Now, Jakia is about to make this shot, but I'm focusing on the decision making, not the result. This season, Madison is constantly looking for avenues to attack. This side pick and roll becomes a slash to the rim instead of a couple weak dribbles towards the middle. She's capitalizing on rotating defenders and getting layups out of it. I'm not saying that she never did this last season, but it's so much more frequent this year. This pump fake last year ended up in a long jumper, a fairly inefficient shot. This season, the same play nets free throws. What we've almost never seen from Madison in the past, though, is the way that she's attacking out of the triple threat, squaring up on a defender, hitting them with a jab or a pivot, and then blowing right by them. The strong finishes at the rim are pretty nice, too. Here, all it takes is one strong jab step, and we're going back to the free throw line again. Compare this to last year. On this play, she's higher up in her stance. There aren't any hard, convincing fakes or jabs. There's no explosive first step, and the drive just ends up aimless. This one is a little better, but again, there's no hard, convincing move or fake here. It's a little elbow wiggle, and the defender isn't really moved, so she can't turn the corner and get a clean shot. I think it's instructive to look at these two plays side by side, last year on the left, this year on the right. Both are facing up on the right wing, with the center setting a screen towards the middle of the floor. On last year's play, it's our old friend, the elbow wiggle. There's no strong move or pivot here. She's not really threatening anything until she puts the ball on the ground. This play ends in free throws, but frankly, it's because the defender bails Madison out. On this year's play, the defender is much more aggressive, but look at how much stronger and decisive Madison's movement is. She swings the ball to the left, and it makes the big jump the screen. Then she pivots back to the right to blow past the defender. It's like night and day. This opens up so much in her game. Here, that jab leads to one of those deadly threes. And so many of these drives are netting free throws. Madison shot 56 free throws all of last season. She's already shot 35 this season, on pace to almost double last year. Almost all of her shots are coming from three or directly at the rim, and she's shooting 11% higher on those 2-point shots this season. All of this attacking the rim has also unlocked her interior passing, with River Baldwin as the main beneficiary. Madison has always had good passing instincts, and her assists have almost doubled this season. It's also led to one of my favorite new wrinkles in the offense. This is a set play where we enter the ball to River at the top of the key, and she passes to Madison and acts like she's setting a screen. Madison rejects the screen and drives baseline at the same time as River slips the screen and rolls to the rim. And Madison needs barely any daylight to get that pass through. We don't run it often, but it's really effective when we do, and it's so much fun to watch. All of the players on State's team have shown huge improvement this season. But with River pumping out double-doubles and Isaiah averaging 10 more points a game, I think it's easy to overlook the improvements Madison has made. She's added a new dimension to her game, and it's a big part of why our offense is so hard to stop this season.